Stryker. Certainly a guy who's made a name for himself over the past year here in Jersey Championship Wrestling and pretty much everywhere else. Former tag team champion over the past year here in JCW. Also former top contender for that heavyweight championship. Last year at the J Cup, he had a tremendous non-tournament match. And this year, he's finally made the big time. One of the Elite 16, Sean.
And he would love to walk out of here, winner of J Cup 2K4. Referee checking him out, making sure everything's okay, and we're underway. Fourth match of the first round, Strauss.
And two very different athletes. Stryker, as you can see, tremendous physique, a lot of power as well as speed.
Stryker always in top physical condition.
Barry more of a natural athlete, perhaps quicker than Stryker, perhaps
natural? It's like not natural?
It's more attendance strength sort of thing. But certainly very capable. Front face lock applied now by Dan Barry, who was eliminated in that first round of last year's J Cup. Will he fare better this year?
And for Barry, this is exactly what he doesn't want, to stay on the mat with Matt Stryker. He has to take Stryker to the air.
Stryker making a name for himself not only in JCW but also of late in such companies as Pro Wrestling World 1, where he's had the opportunity to compete against some of the best technical wrestlers in the world. As Barry with a nice move landing on his feet, quick kick to the breadbasket. Barry on the move now, up and over. And Stryker's caught him now, looking for a backslide, countered by Barry into an arm drag.
Nice series of moves there to get that arm drag. And Barry in control with mat work.
And Stryker up to one knee now. Look at Barry just pushing that foot into the side of the head, trying to destroy any ability of Stryker to get the leverage to get to his feet. Yeah. Unable to keep him down, though.
And he's got Stryker up on a vertical base, and that's where Stryker can take advantage with his strength.
Barry trying to get out of this nice top wrist lock into a side headlock of his own. And Barry doing a tremendous job of matching Stryker move for move, counter for counter. And Stryker goes right back to that side headlock. And again, looking for the top. No, he goes the other way this time into an arm wringer. Oh, and into a single leg, and Stryker floating over, using some quickness, doing a great job of matching Barry's quickness.
Well, then there you go. Catching Barry off guard. I'm sure he didn't think that Stryker would do that.
Both men back to their feet now. Barry shoves him off. Hard shoulder tackle. Barry will not match Stryker in power.
Oh, and there's the intelligence coming into play right there. Barry looked a little dazed as he was going for that move, and Stryker took advantage.
And again, both men returning to their feet as Barry's going to have to find another way to break this. He shoves Stryker off. Again, he gets sent down to the mat. Stryker on the move, up and over, back up and over the other way. And again, catching him as he stands up with that side headlock.
Stryker just catching Barry off guard here. Barry doesn't know what's going on.
And a quick stomp to the foot. Back elbow, maybe a little bit of a cheap shot, but it's the J Cup, and
hey, you got to do what you got to do. Losers go home, remember that.
Counter of the whip, Stryker looking for the charge. He gets backdropped all the way to the floor.
Wow, and there's no mats on the floor. Stryker hitting hard on solid concrete. And he's hurt, Strauss. He's holding that back.
And injuries coming into play, whether you win or lose here in the early going here, because it's going to affect you later on. Even if you win, that Rana all the way from the top to the floor. What an awesome move by Dan Barry.
And now Barry's found his opening, and he's looking to take advantage, getting in before the count. Boy, we can see a count out here.
And Barry on the move now, up and over.
Barry now since he's got this in control, he might want to set him up for the pin here.
And springboarding in with the leg drop. Nice move by Dan Barry now. Only a 2, no hook of the leg. And this is many of the competitors in this tournament's biggest opportunity in their careers to make a splash, to make a name for themselves.
How about that? A headbutt from Barry.
Hip toss. And it was a hip toss, and he caught him in the submission on the way down.
And look at that, Strauss. He's got both arms. He's got one arm hooked behind his back. He's got the legs grapevine around the neck.
Barry had him all tied up now, going for a simple arm wringer. Unable to hold on to the larger striker. And look at that lightning quick power drive elbow.
And this is what you got to do against a guy like Striker.
And look at this, so a modified version of half of a stump puller. Using his own weight up over his legs to keep the Striker's head down. Now going for a...
referee right there. Striker's shoulders were down. They're down again.
Looking maybe for a short arm scissors. Striker shifting, spinning, getting his shoulders off the mat, getting his knees out under him now. Can he counter?
I don't know.
Again rolling through and
got the ropes.
Yep. And a forearm by Striker.
One forearm, just rock Barry.
Off the ropes goes Barry now. Springboard, handspring into a DDT.
Wow.
Fantastic, but Barry's got to roll over and make that cover.
He sees it now. He's on top. Lateral person only got a 2. He's going for it again.
And Barry is frustrated. He feels that he may have come up with his career move right there, and it wasn't enough to get the victory in the first round of the J Cup.
If you're going for the second pin, you got to hook that leg. Hook 2 legs if you have to.
Barry on the move. Backsplash into the corner.
Striker reeling in the corner here. He sends him in again.
And Barry's caught. Oh, look at this. Shades of the Ultimo Dragon. Striker sends him to the apron now. Right hand by Barry. Shoulder to the midsection. Barry one step ahead, up and over, but Striker's got him. Oh! Hung out to dry with the neck breaker. All the way from being hung on that top rope.
Oh, and somehow Dan Barry kicked out of that. That move would have put down a normal man, or you, anyway.
It would have put down a lot of guys, but the match continues.
See, that looked like a closed fist by Barry.
And Striker catches him now. Dropping him over his own back.
That Striker breaker, he's got the pin.
And Barry kicks out. Barry using up any kind of, and all the energy he's got just to survive. But how much longer can he handle the punishment that he's taken?
Striker and these fans felt like that should have been a 3.
And Striker straight right hand.
Hurt his own hand with that shot.
Into the corner again, and it meets the boot. Barry again using his quickness. He's up to the second rope. He's got him hooked. Tornado DDT.
Oh, and he got it. Oh, and he's still holding on.
He's rolling through. And another DDT. He's rolling through again. I can't believe this.
It's the Barry trifecta.
And he grapevines the leg for number 3. And Striker still kicks out.
Once again, Dan Barry not hooking the leg here.
And Barry to the apron now. Barry climbing again to the top rope. Looking for something big. And Striker catches him now, rolling through. He's got that arm. Looking for a crossface.
He's got it on him.
And Barry tapped.
Tapped out.
Striker gets the Duke. Striker gets the tap out. Striker will move on to the second round, but we can't ignore the efforts of Dan Barry here today.
No, we can't. Dan Barry with an outstanding showing here against Matt Striker. But the better man prevailed. Striker advances to the quarterfinals. Outstanding first round match.
And we got lots more to come here in the first round of the J-Cup. Striker making his second appearance of the day here.
Matt Striker getting here, defeating Dan Barry in the opening round of this tournament. Looking to advance here at J-Cup 2K4. But he's got one hell of an opponent, Jerry Strauss.
And his opponent,
the arrival of Josh Daniels, and this should be a tremendous contest between finally two athletes who are very, very familiar with each other.
Oh, no doubt. How many times have these guys faced each other right here in this arena?
How many times have they teamed is the question. Former World One Tag Team Champions.
Know each other very well, maybe too well. So in a match like this, it's going to come down to the man who makes the first mistake. Got to be very careful here in this quarterfinal, our final quarterfinal match.
Striker looking for a handshake. Nice show of respect.
Of course, Josh Daniels defeating Tyler Payne in the opening round.
And Striker all over Daniels in the early go. Nice show of respect.
Of course, Josh Daniels defeating Tyler Payne in the opening round.
And Striker all over Daniels in the early going, finally settling into the front face lock. How many times have they teamed is the question. Former World One Tag Team Champions.
Know each other very well, maybe too well. So in a match like this, it's going to come down to the man who makes the first mistake. Got to be very careful here in this quarterfinal, our final quarterfinal match.
Striker looking for a handshake. Nice show of respect.
Of course, Josh Daniels defeating Tyler Payne in the opening round.
And Striker all over Daniels in the early going, finally settling into the front face lock. Looking for a chancery, but Daniels blocks and gets on top of the situation, taking control of the left arm of Striker. Striker at his most intense, at his most determined, at his most serious here in the J-Cup, and that shows you more than anything else, really, just how important this tournament is.
You want to know what's more scary than Striker at his most intense?
What's that?
Daniels at his most intense.
Can't argue with you there. Right now it's Daniels taking a breather on the outside. And now he's going to look for the execution of maybe a plan B. Very slow feeling out process. Nice drop toe hold, and Striker will not let go of the left arm.
Strength advantage, there is none. Height advantage, there is none. Weight advantage, there is none. Possibly the most even match of the tournament right here.
And Striker with the hammerlock now. And look at him just slapping away.
Both of these men, 4-year veterans. This is going to be great.
And now Striker taking that left arm, looking perhaps for a half Nelson, trying to bring him back to his shoulders. Daniel.
Oh, and there you go with the elbow in the midsection there, trying to get Daniel's shoulders on the mat. Daniel sensing it and get on an invertible base. And this is where Daniels is most effective.
Full Nelson, he could be looking for a dragon suplex, but Striker easily fighting his way out, bringing Daniels back down. Oh, look at him just kick away.
Almost a surfboard effect.
On
and
the
that's
bridge.
a pin. Oh. Smart move by Striker. Daniels trying to reverse out. Striker reversed the reversal and almost got the 3 count.
Both men students of the game and are known to watch countless hours of videotapes as well as their intense physical training regimens.
Much different than the videotapes you watch countless hours of.
Oh, I watch hours. I've got nothing to say to that.
You sure don't.
The wrestling life is a lonely life indeed.
And for you. Look at Daniels in there with that hammerlock.
And did you see him just whip his body back in order to put more pressure on the hammerlock and pull that arm out, trying to dislocate the shoulder?
Jeez, Daniels gets an advantage like this. Striker might be smart enough if he can get over and get to the ropes, cause a break. He doesn't want to go that route. And Daniels back up on the vertical base.
And now Striker, he's got the top rope, flipping up over on his feet. Nice reversal, man. Repeatedly ramming Daniels' arm on his shoulder.
Catching Daniels off guard with that, now taking him back to the mat.
Maybe looking for a crossface, now settling back into the front face lock position.
Hold of control right now, and in a quarterfinal match like this is what you have to do. Daniels able to reverse it, come out the back door.
And Striker being backed up into the turnbuckle, not where he wants to be if Daniels chooses to open up.
There's that shot by Daniels.
And Striker matching the intensity, and there goes Daniels. There goes Striker. Countless layers of skin possibly being ripped from the chest of both men as they lay into each other.
Good thing these guys work out.
Forearms, chops, and Striker more intense than perhaps we have ever seen him before.
He's gonna need to be today.
Daniels running clothesline. Striker saw him coming. Northern Lights release suplex. He's on top, hooking a leg, and Daniels kicks out. Striker needs to follow up. He needs to maintain that intensity. Standing switch by Daniels. Got him hooked, maybe looking for the Northern Lights, but Striker is on top and gets another quick 2 count. Ducking a clothesline. And maybe an ace crusher. Daniels rolling through, and he gets hit with the neck breaker instead. Striker dropping down to his knees for that one.
That's a rude awakening for Daniels.
And a running bulldog. Striker keeping the pressure on. And now, leaning back. He's got that head scissors. Grabbing the hands as well, pulling him back.
And referee checking, make sure that's not a choke, and it isn't. Smart move by Daniels. He got to the ropes.
These fans appreciating the back and forth talent of both men.
Hurting his own hand with that right hand.
Snapmare by Striker now, measuring him up. Shades of the late, great Curt Hennig.
Oh, definitely. A perfect snap there by Striker. What's he going for here?
Using his own body with the bridge to push the head and neck and back of Daniels forward more than it's supposed to ever bend.
And that lower back is bending where it shouldn't be.
And look at the face of Josh Daniels right now. He is in all kinds of pain.
You see, he's holding his neck. Basically paying a bullseye for Striker to go after.
Daniels is going to tough it out now. Forearms, big chop. Looking for the right clothesline again. Striker out of the way, reaching down for the leg. a version of the abdominal stretch.
Yes.
Sort of a standing STF, a modified skate block. And now maybe a German suplex. Striker headbutting out of it from behind.
Couldn't get away though. Oh! Double underhook suplex on the reverse side.
And Striker rolling out to the floor, maybe looking for a little bit of time to recover.
Yeah, you know, that's a smart move. Smart move by Striker to get on the floor. He sensed the momentum swinging in the way of Josh Daniels. Get on the floor and try to break it. But a smart move by Daniels. And then why isn't the referee counting? I've already counted 20.
Referee,
what was
Striker
that?
giving some instructions to the referee.
Striker injured here?
I'm not sure.
He said something to the ref, and
It looks like he's thinking about walking to the back. Striker.
he's holding his shoulder, possible separated shoulder.
And Daniels going out after him.
I don't know if Daniels is trying to check. Oh, there you go.
Daniels doesn't care.
Hey, there's no love lost when the J-Cup's on the line.
Daniels wants to continue the fight. He doesn't want to wait and see if Striker can continue. He doesn't want to give Striker any more room to recover, any more time to breathe. And, oh my goodness. Toe-to-toe on the outside. And Striker again trying to create some distance between himself and Daniels.
And Daniels not having any of this.
He's stalking him.
Oh! That shoulder might hurt before it is now.
Daniels
Separated maybe.
Daniels proving to be absolutely merciless.
And you have to be.
Striker getting his shoulder up, but how much longer is he going to be able to do that, especially considering the condition of that shoulder?
You don't have time to make friends in the J-Cup here. Only winners advance. Referee trying to get a little bit of control here, but that intensity we talked about with Josh Daniels before, it's coming out right now.
Striker like a wounded animal.
Oh!
He's trying to attack, and there it goes. Hard forearm.
A hard, stiff forearm.
But just how effective can he be with one good arm, one good shoulder? Daniels on the run and a running forearm. Full tilt into the corner. And it may just be a matter of time now. Daniels on top.
Oh. And too close to the ropes. Striker with great ring presence, realizing that to save himself.
And there's a snapmare. And Daniels now with the head scissors again. He's got the arm locked in as well. And Striker trying to scissor Daniels' own leg with his legs. Gets to the ropes now.
And once again, smart move by Striker. And Striker got up first using the ropes, kicking Daniels back down, and oh no.
Daniels now just blatantly putting the beating on Matt Striker.
As blatant as you can get right in front of the referee. Winner in this match against B-Boy in the semis.
And look at the agony on the face of Striker right now. If this was any other place, any other time, any other match, he may just decide to have given it up, but he can't. He can't. Oh! Lung blower from out of nowhere. Striker catching Daniels napping just too quick at that moment in time, but can he capitalize?
One arm and all, he's going for the pin. Oh. That left arm of Striker hurting him so bad he was only able to get one arm on Daniels, and that might have cost him here.
And he's going for the overdrive. Daniels fighting his way out of it. Duck under the clothesline by Striker. Knee to the midsection, and the overdrive. He hit it. It sent the ring.
He's got the left hook.
And Daniels able to fight on. Striker so close to toughing his way out into a victory.
Close, but no cigar.
No what?
You heard me. Oh.
And a jawbreaker by Daniels out of nowhere. There's that running clothesline.
How intense was that? Really took his head off with that clothesline.
Daniels could enter the semis right here.
Half a count away from Daniels advancing to the semifinals.
Striker's gonna have to come up with something creative.
Daniels is smart. He might want to go back to work on that injured arm or match Striker.
Get him down, Josh.
And Striker in a bad way right here. Daniels maybe looking for that superplex. We've seen it so many times before in this tournament.
Going for it here. Striker's trying to fight it. He can't.
Oh! How's he gonna fight it with one good arm?
And
How's he gonna fight it all with one good arm?
Go away, ref.
Got the pin.
Unbelievable.
That took a lot out of Daniels too. Unable to follow it up with a quick pinfall. Might have cost him the 3 count there.
Come on, Striker.
And Daniels once again stalking methodically, thinking of his next move. He's not thinking of if he's going to strike next. He's thinking of how. Looking for a German.
Oh,
Shoulders are down.
Oh, look at the bridge. Oh! Perfectly executed. Striker, I don't know where he's getting it from.
Nothing but heart, nothing but guts, nothing but toughness by Striker. He simply refuses to give up. There's just too much on the line.
Oh, and this might be the perfect move, but he can't execute it. Oh, and he's going for the abdominal stretch.
And look at him stretching out that shoulder.
We've already seen one submission with an abdominal stretch tonight. We might get another one.
Oh, and Striker with the counter into the crossface.
That's how he won the match.
He beat Dan Barry with this in the first round.
Well, Josh Daniels suffered the same fate as Dan Barry did earlier this evening. Oh, that! A schoolboy. And that was a 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Josh Daniels.
That Striker disappointed. He thought maybe he had enough left in the tank for another chance at a comeback, but Daniels able to think on his feet, shift his weight, and get the roll-up out of nowhere, but give it up to Striker for toughing it out, toughing his way through a very painful, excruciatingly painful matchup.
Oh, no doubt about it, Striker. One-arm man in a butt-kicking contest, and he fought harder than anybody else would have. And Josh Daniels did what he had to do. He got the victory, and he moves on into the semifinals of the J Cup. Into the next round. That's all it's about. Daniels advancing. He's going against B-Boy in the semifinals. Good run by Striker, but it comes to an end right here.
A loud and proud Striker chant coming out from the Boys and Girls Club here in Garfield. The boys and girls, apparently they love Striker. And the men and women too.
I know you love Striker.
Not the same way some of the girls and ladies love Striker, but Striker certainly making quite a showing here at the 2004 J Cup. Nonetheless, it will be Josh Daniels moving on